If you're trying to make a living off music videos, you're going to need my presets. I got new After Effects presets, new Premiere Pro presets, music video presets, link in the description, 10% off. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to have is you're going to have your scene in After Effects. Second thing is you're going to need a plugin called Red Giant Trapcode. If you don't have the plugin already, link is in the description, but most of you should have it. In the Red Giant Trapcode, we're going to use the plugin Particular. Okay, so once you have your scene here, the first thing you want to notice about your scene is there's a lot of contrast points. By that I mean there's a black against the white background. There's like even this right here is kind of contrasty, and you're gonna want that so there's a bunch of, you can tell the robot that you want to track this point, and there's a bunch of tracking markers, right? And once you got all of that ready, you want to click on your scene right here. You want to click on Tracker, go ahead and click Track Camera, and it's going to track the scene. Now, like I said before, this is my signature effect. I've been doing this for years. I've been known for this effect, and I just feel like it's time for me to move on. So I'm giving it to you guys, and every time I see it on my timeline, I'm going to be like, yep. If you guys want more advanced techniques like this, subscribe, help me out, buy a pack from me. You'll get presets. You don't have to just give me money. You'll get presets. I provide value to you. You know, buy a pack, and it'll keep the channel going. Appreciate it. Now we're going to wait for this, and I'm going to skip forward so we don't have to wait forever. So once it's finished tracking, you're going to have all these tracking markers in your scene, all these tracking points, and you're going to want that. You can see right here, if I open up the advanced tab, my average error is 1.28. That's pretty good. You're going to want your advanced error to be 1 or under. The closer it is to 0, it's perfect, but 1 is pretty good as well. For the tutorial sake, we're going to keep it at 1.28, but if I would change anything, I would delete the markers on my performer because we don't really want to track him. So yeah, so moving forward, we're going to have to create a camera. Go to 3D camera tracker, create camera, and then now a camera is in our scene. Now we're going to have to add the objects into our scene. Go down here, right click, new solid, name it whatever you want, and then now we can add the effect. Go to your effects and presets over here, type in Particular, P-A-R-T, RGB trap code right here, Particular, drag it onto your new solid. Wait for a little bit. Okay, so now if you look at our scene, we have floating particles already in our scene, and pretty much now all you have to do is stylize it. So yeah, so pretty much what I do to stylize it is pretty simple. I just click this designer, wait a little bit. This should pop up over here. If you click anywhere on the screen, you'll see your particles. Usually they're floating in the middle. And what I like to do is I just like to go over here, this presets, and I just like to select random presets, and that's basically it on how I do it. So we click on this blue particles presets. We click down here to apply. You'll see that these particles will change to the blue particles, and you know, that's basically it. So this is deep box area. I just had to click that once, and then now I have floating particles in my scene. And that's basically how I do pretty much all my floating particles. So now I also have this thing where I like to do like tracer effects. It's pretty much the same thing. So what I like to do is you can add a system in Particular and add a different system, but whenever I try that, it just always crashes. So I like to press Ctrl D on my solid layer, and then now go to designer again. And then one of my favorite tracer effects is literally called tracer. So a minute, open this up, and if you just like look around, like this is how I've done my fireworks effects. This is how I've done my like flying fire effects. So this light streaks blue here, I like to use this one a lot. If you click on the screen, you can see it. Click apply, boom, and this is how I do the streak effect. So you can see our particle right here, the one we just added in is right here. Right, so what I like to do is I like to open up this emitter tab, and then now I like to just change the position. So if I move this position, and I can click this little scope thing right here, this little anchor point thing right here, I can move it outside of the clip. I can keyframe the position, move the clip forward, and then move this little scope right here, and that's how I do my tracer effects. Add that in. And then now I'm going to do it again. I press Ctrl D on my tracer effect. Open up this position so you can see the keyframes. Move this one, let's say over here. and then move the end keyframe to, I don't know, somewhere over here. Now if you look at it, we have flying particles in our scene with tracer effects. That's my whole thing. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Let me know if you want more. Support me, buy a pack, subscribe. Peace out later.